Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Poetry Corner. It's story time again for Monday, and as promised, we're going back to A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale, where we're going to see Davy, Snow, and Lorna. And this is chapter 17, A Letter from the Sea. A Letter from the Sea. The morning dawned pale and pearled, the sea calm as glass. Mist curled along the cliff, soft as breath, and the lighthouse seemed to float above the world rather than anchor it. Davy was the first to notice the change. He stepped outside with his coat wrapped close, intending only to check the tide markers. But halfway down the rocky path, something unusual caught his eye. Something small and white, wedged between two stones, as though the sea had placed it there with careful hands. It was a bottle. Green glass smoothed by waves. Its cork was sealed with wax, faded and cracked. Inside curled a slip of paper weighted like a sleeping secret. Davy lifted it gently, water dripping from its base. The tide had delivered it. Whatever message it came had crossed miles, maybe years, to reach this shore. He carried it back to the lighthouse, the bottle cool against his palm. Lorna was stirring the morning pot of oats when he entered. She turned, smiled softly at him until she saw his expression. "What is it?" she asked. He held up the bottle. Lorna's breath itched, curiosity flaring in her eyes. "A message?" "So it seems." She quickly cleared a spot on a small wooden table. Davy set the bottle down, and together they leaned over it, and reflections merging into the glass. "Shall we?" she whispered. David nodded. He removed the cork with care, as though afraid the slightest force might damage the fragile treasure within. Using the tip of a small spoon, he coaxed out the paper free. He unfolded it with surprising ease for something that had lived in the sea. The ink was worn but legible, its script elegant and looping, as though the writer had taken their time, even at the edge of some great uncertainty. Lorna took a breath and began to read aloud. To whoever finds this, know that somewhere across these waters there once lived a fisherman who loved without measure. Lorna's voice softened, her eyes flicking upwards to Davy before she continued. "I send this letter not in hope of return, but in hope of remembrance. My beloved Cora waits upon the shore for a man who may never return from the storm that claims the horizon tonight. I write these words as the waves rise and the wind howls for blood. If fate is kind, I will see her again. If fate is cruel, let this message find her, or anyone who speaks her name once more." Lorna's hands trembled slightly as she read, but she went on, her voice calm and reverent. "Tell her I kept her love close, even when the sea was fiercest. Tell her I believe in our reunion till my last breath, whether on land or whether it would lie beneath the waves. And if these words reach someone else entirely, then let them carry my truth forward. Love does not end at the edge of storm." Rowan Ale, fisherman of Westgate Cove, October 1849. Silence settled in the lighthouse, aching, full like the final chord of a hymn. Lorna pressed the letter gently to her chest. "A love letter," she murmured. "A farewell, a prayer." Davy sat beside her, his voice low, "And the sea kept it safe all this time." Lorna looked at him then, really looked at him, and something deepened in her gaze. "It found us for a reason," she whispered. Davy brushed his fingers along hers. "And what reason do you think that is?" She smiled softly, tears shimmering but not falling. "To remind us that love is worth holding on to, worth fighting storms for, worth trusting, even when the sea steals everything else." Davy leaned forward, his forehead touching hers. "Then we are fortunate, for we face our storms together." Lorna's eyes closed, their hands entwining over Rowan Ale's letter. a story of love that had crossed decades to rest in theirs. Outside, the sea whispered against the rocks, carrying away the ghosts of old storms, ushering in the quiet promise of the morning. And in the window, Lorna's candle, left unlit overnight, caught the first glimmer of dawn and shone faintly as though remembering its own purpose. So there you go, guys. Davy Snow and Lorna's found a message in a bottle. A love letter by all accounts from a fisherman called Rowan Hale. So let's read on tomorrow, guys. We'll read on tomorrow. Chapter 18 tomorrow, guys, in Fisherman's A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale. The name on the letter. So I think either Davy Snow or Lorna recognise the name Rowan Hale. That must mean something to them. So let's find out tomorrow what the name on the letter means to them. But in the meantime, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Now tonight we're going back to Topsy Tickle Town, where what we're going to do, we're going to finish this Gloom Plucker's tale. It's been spun over a few chapters now, so we're going to bring the finale down on the Gloom Plucker, and we're going to start a new chapter which is called Where the Sea Whispers Back. So we've got tonight we've got a sea theme going on, and tomorrow in A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale we've still got the sea as well. So it's all sea and waves and cresters. So there you go, guys. Take care now. Thank you for joining me. Join me for Topsy Tickle Town tonight, where we've got the finale of A Gloom Plucker, and then we're going to go on and read Where the Sea Whispers Back. So, and I think we're going to be introducing some new characters in Topsy Tickle Town as well. So join me tonight for Topsy Tickle Town. I was just pointing that way. Join me tonight for Topsy Tickle Town for Monday evening, and I hope this little story, A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale, cheered up your morning. So there you go, guys. Take care now and have a lovely day. It's raining here today. Yesterday was sunshine, now we've got rain. But anyway, guys, have a lovely day. Stay blessed, stay safe. Thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner. Bye bye now.